I'm Mike Walter in Washington. Chinese President Xi Jinping will meet Taiwan's leader this week in Singapore. The meeting will be the first ever between cross-strait leaders. Let's go straight to CCTV's Roy Ruttenberg. He's in the newsroom with the latest.
Well, Mike, the meeting, we understand, will take place on Saturday. That's been confirmed by both Beijing and by Taipei. The head of China's Taiwan Affairs Office said the aim is to promote peaceful development across the Taiwan Strait. That's the narrow body of water that separates the two. And a spokesman for Ma Ying-jeou, the Taiwanese leader, said the meeting would aim to advance peace, but that no agreement would be signed and no joint statement would be made. Now, relations between the two sides, the communists in Beijing and the nationalists, the Kuomintang or KMT in Taipei, began improving back in 2008. That's when Ma was elected leader in Taiwan. He advocated for warmer relations with the Chinese mainland, and Beijing responded favorably. Since then, officials from the Communist Party and KMT have met at various levels, and even Xi Jinping, in his capacity as party chairman, met with the KMT's party chief Eric Chu back in May. This meeting in Singapore will be a meeting of leaders, executives, and will thus be the most senior exchange, the highest level meeting since 1949. Mike?
Roy, you mentioned Eric Chu. He is due in the United States this week. What's been the reaction in Washington to the announcement of this Singapore meeting?
Well, the White House spokesman Josh Earnest has said it's too early to call the meeting a turning point in relations. He said the U.S. continues to support a stable and peaceful cross-strait relationship and the One China policy. Washington, of course, has a deep and at times complicated relationship with Beijing, but it also has an unofficial relationship with Taiwan, much to the frustration of the Chinese mainland. Now, in June, the head of Taiwan's opposition pro-independence party visited Washington to rally support. China warned the U.S. that the visit may send the wrong message. And next week, as you mentioned, the head of the KMT, Eric Chu, who is also the party's candidate for next year's elections, he'll visit the U.S. Washington, D.C. is one of his stops. Now, Chu's party isn't doing too well in the polls back home. On Tuesday, the U.S. State Department said it won't take sides in the Taiwanese vote, but some analysts say the U.S. is rightly worried over what a loss for the KMT may mean for cross-strait relations and thus for U.S. relations with both. Mike?
Interesting, Roy. Thanks so much.